Assalamualaikum and a very good day. My name is Mahmud bin Muhammad Rashid and I am 16 years old. Right now, I want to bring you into the world of The Alchemist. This adventure fantasy fiction book was written by Paulo Coelho in 1988. This Brazilian writer and lyricist was born in the year 1947 in Rio de Janeiro. His dream of becoming a writer started from a young age. This 167-page book was written by Coelho within just 2 weeks. It was initially written and published in Portuguese. This book has become an international bestseller with over 80 million copies sold worldwide, translated into over 70 languages, holding the Guinness World Record for the most translated book by a living author. This book is about a young shepherd boy named Santiago who's embarked upon a journey from his hometown in Spain to the desert, searching for a buried treasure deep in the Egyptian land. In his journey, he encounters a Romani gypsy woman, a man who calls himself a king, and an alchemist in hope for clues and navigation about the recurring dreams he has been having about the buried treasure. Santiago crosses the Mediterranean and Sahara to find his treasure in Egypt and also accomplish his personal legend, which is his purpose in life. Throughout the journey, Santiago meets many new people and a lot of difficulty, which ultimately helps him to learn and grow the entire way. At the end of Santiago's journey, what he found is not just the buried treasure, but also the treasure found within himself. The treasure in this book brings both literal and symbolic meaning. The book's main theme is about finding one's destiny or purpose in life. The advice given to Santiago is that when you really want something to happen, the whole universe will conspire to make your wish come true. It's the core of the novel philosophy and a motif that plays throughout it. Santiago's journey and spiritual quest, the things he learns from the people he meets, and the word or nature he speaks to can be said as the thing that I can relate to. It may be something buried deep down in myself that I have forgotten or dismissed in the midst of growing older, but I have become aware of it again after reading The Alchemist. The Alchemist is a fantastic book and the storytelling is beautiful. The choice of words is impeccable, full of wisdom and philosophy. I totally love it. The story is very enchanting, bursts with optimism, which I think is very important in our life. This book shows that the journey to your destiny is as important as the destiny itself. I love how the book emphasizes on the importance of faith, hope, and spirituality through the story of an ordinary boy. I think this book appeals to everyone because we all have dreams and sometimes we just want someone to tell us that they may come true. I like this book because this book teaches me a lot. For example, this book teaches me to stay positive and keep moving forward when life knocks me down. This shows when Santiago was in Tangier. He met a young man who ultimately robbed all of his money. Santiago was then faced with a choice. Do I view myself as a poor victim in a strange place, or am I an adventurer seeking a treasure in a new place, he said. This is two completely different ways of viewing the exact same situation. At his point, you will have two choices, although you can view each obstacle as an opportunity to learn something new or as a reason to give up. Look for the lesson in pain. It's there, but you must be willing to see it. Thankfully, our hero chose to be an adventurer. I also like this book because this book has its own unique grip to its reader. The effect inflicted on me by this book is almost similar by those of Le Petit Prince by Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. Like Le Petit Prince, The Alchemist is ultimately also about finding one's personal legend, which is one life's spiritual purpose. There are many good values found in this novel, such as honesty, responsibility, courage, and humility. But I would like to highlight perseverance and not giving up. In one instance from this book, an anonymous old man who introduced himself as the king of Salem relates a story of a miner who had searched the emerald for 5 long years. At one point about to give up his search, the frustrated miner in the fit of anger, he took a rock and threw it hard. The rock broke apart and inside the rock was the most beautiful emerald in the world. So, the key of success is to keep going and learn from your failure and never to give up. There's only one thing that makes a dream possible to achieve, which is perseverance. It is like a saying, the secret of life though is to fall 7 times and to get up 8 times. I would like to suggest this book to others because this book is an inspirational and uplifting book that has touched the heart of millions of readers around the world. Besides that, this book is universal themes too. This is a book that has transcended culture and geographic boundaries, exploring universal themes that are relevant to people of all age and background. Overall, The Alchemist is an exciting fiction novel and it deserves a space as everyone's bookshelf. That is all from me. I hope that people will continue reading this book. Thank you.